that you joined in to hear more about, as the title indicates, studying in 3 different countries in Europe and beyond. You will learn why in just a minute. And kickstart your international career with the double bachelor degree in business management. So in the next 45 minutes or so, you're going to hear all about this degree. My name is Luc Mulling, I'm the moderator, and I just want to highlight some options that you have at your fingertips to interact with us. So first of all, you can write us where you're logging in from in the chat. So please do that there. But if you have any questions, of course, by all means, do let us know in the section next to it. It is called questions. So just to make sure that your question doesn't get lost. And we'll be dealing with the questions at the end. Also, I'll be opening up a couple of poll questions. So watch out for those as well. I'm actually going to start opening up the first one already, just to get to know you a little bit better. And thank you for your replies. And last but not least, we have also a fun button, so to say, just to interact even more. At the bottom of the screen, you see a button called React. If you click on that, you can give your reaction of choice. And it's just to make it a bit more fun, as mentioned, for the presenters, because then they can see that there's an actual audience there. So without further ado, let's go over to the presenters. As you can see, we have a full lineup today. And Anna will kick it off and start presenting the agenda. Good luck. Anna, thanks to unmute yourself, please.
Typical mistake. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Luc, and welcome everyone today. We're going to present to you the Business Management Across Europe program. In short, we also call it BME. So from now on, we'll be saying BME, just so you know. As Luc mentioned today, we have a lot of speakers. I will go to the next slide. These are our speakers of today. So there's myself. I'm Anna. I am representing UCLL. It's a university in Belgium. And we have many other partners here, as you can see. That's because the BME program is a collaboration of different partner universities across Europe, but also outside of Europe. So they are all here, the partners from the first year. There's many partners. We will explain you more in the next slides why that is and how it works. Next to the partners, we also have students here with us. We have Alvise, Matthias, Juanita, and Patricia. I will be hosting this webinar together with Alvise and Matthias because they are not just students, they are currently also BME interns, so they are working for the BME program. I will give them a very short, brief moment to introduce themselves to you. So Alvise, please go ahead.
Yes, hello, my name is Alvise. I'm from Italy, and I'm currently at my 2nd year at UCLL doing the internship with the program. I was in Finland last year as a part of my studies.
Hi, I'm Matthias. I am from Venezuela, and I'm also doing my internship the 2nd year here in BME, and I did my 1st year of BME in Barcelona, and probably 3rd year in Dublin.
Okay, thank you so much, and I'm happy to host this webinar together with the two of them. So what are we going to talk about today? First of all, we're going to introduce the BME program to you, explain a bit more what it is about, what is the setup, how does it work with all the countries. Then all the partner universities of the first year, so the 5 countries, will pitch themselves to you. They will talk more about their university, their city, the courses they offer. And then we'll dive into the more practical side of things. I'll show you the tuition fees for the partners because they do vary amongst the partners. And the most important part, we hope we have triggered you enough at the end that you're going to want to apply. So we're going to explain to you how to do that. Afterwards, we also have enough time to have a Q&A session. So all your questions, as Luc said, you can put them in the right question box and we'll treat all of them at the end of the webinar.
Yes, indeed. The BME program is a very unique program as it's 3 years in 3 different countries with a double degree at the end. It is a degree in international business management and marketing. And At the end, of course, it is 180 European credits in total. It is fully taught in English, and it's a very unique program of its kind because it's the only one in Europe that offers this chance to you. And I will now allow Matthias to go further with this.
Hi. So I will be now explaining to you a bit of the study journey, which you can create for yourself. It is completely, you can personalize it completely to your liking. So, um, as you see, for the first year, you have a variety of partners that you can choose from, which are the ones that are here today. You have Barcelona, Budapest, Helsinki, Kolding, Medellin. Medellin is the first outside of Europe, so it is also showing the expansion that it's not only in Europe, it is now around the world. Um, so, for example, I did my first year in Barcelona. Then all of the BME students will go the second year to Belgium, which is an interesting year because you will have half of your half of your year, so one semester, which you will see classes. But then the second semester, you will have to do an internship, which can be international. You can do it from whichever part of the world you want. So it gives you the possibility to even have a fourth country, you could say, in your path. But yeah, it is completely international. So there you have another option. And then for the third year, you have again another list of the third year partners, which is very interesting because in this year, you have an important decision that is because, as they're going to explain further, depending on which one you choose, you will receive a double second degree. So that makes it the double degree. And it'll depend on which one you choose. It is important to know that there is no limit of people that can go to each country. So you do have the possibility to choose which one you want. The only exception is for the third year that Aachen only offers 4 spots, but this is because they have no tuition fee, so they only accept 4 students from the BME program.
Thank you, Matthias. So exactly as Matthias mentioned, after you've completed the 3 years, the first 2 years of the BME program, so the first year you can choose your country, wherever you want to go. Then you come to UCLL, and in the third year, you can choose again. And it's kind of the icing on the cake, I always call it, because in the end, when you've completed the degree, you'll get 2 diplomas. 2 physical diplomas, so not one joint one with 2 titles. You'll actually have 2 different documents. The first degree will be issued from us, the university I work for, UCLL in Belgium, and it's called a Bachelor in International Business Management with the option of marketing. That would be your first degree. Your second degree would be issued by the partner university you chose in year 3. If I go back one slide again, remember in year 3 here you can see the overview of countries. So depending on the choice you make here, you'll get a different second degree. And as you can see in the titles of the degrees, some titles are more, they actually mention marketing. If you can see DBS, which is the Dublin Business School, offers a Bachelor of Arts in Marketing. Same for LSBU, it's a Bachelor in Science in Marketing. So you can sense some diplomas focus more on marketing, about 3 of them, and the other 3 focus more on management. So depending on your preference, you can kind of finish the BME program in a certain direction, a certain specialization, so to say. After completing the full degree, you'll have the 2 degrees, and then there's still a lot of options for you. After graduating, you could go into a master program, you could continue, you could just start your career. But who else better to explain this to you than our own BME alumni, Patricia? Patricia, please, can you introduce yourselves to our audience and say what BME did for you for your future career?
Yes, of course. So I did BME, I believe now 2 years ago I finished, and I studied in Barcelona, and then of course went to UCL in Belgium and finished in London. And for me, it was a really wonderful experience. I am still in contact with several of the BME alumni from my class. It wasn't as scary as one might believe, in the sense of you come to a new country and you're fully alone. Because it's such a tight-knit group, you actually really get to meet the people. And we were like 10 to 15 people. I don't know how it's now this year, but because we were so few, we immediately connected, became friends, and went to different holiday trips together and always supported each other in class. And it was really nice. In the last year, you can decide if you want to split up or maybe go to a country your friend is also going to, depending on what is your liking and what bachelor degree you want to have. And yeah, currently I am working. I'm in kind of a gap year situation where I am working for the University of Hamburg. I'm in the research laboratory they're doing, and I'm doing finance there. However, I want to do my master's soon, which would be in Madrid. I'm between that and also one in New York. I think it's a very great chance to do BME, to also put it in your CV. Is such an eye catcher for interviews. People always ask me how the degree worked. Also what languages I know, since I did a year in Barcelona as well. I think I have quite good Spanish now. And you do get those international experiences, which you would never get by just doing an Erasmus year of half a year. Instead, you're almost doing 3 years abroad, including the internship. So I think it's a really wonderful experience, and I can just recommend it.
Thank you so much, Patricia. So I think this shows how BME can be really a leverage to your future career, or whatever your ambitions are. If you want to start working straight away, or if you want to continue studying, because a lot of our students, after finishing the BME degree, they do aspire to obtain a master degree, and this is very easy. With the degree you get from BME, you have straight access to master programs in Europe. This could be at one of the BME partner institutions, which I showed in the previous slide. Here you can see all the third-year partner institutions. So all of them offer master programs. And the nice thing is of BME, and I think we forgot to mention this before, is that once you're accepted into BME, you are automatically accepted in all the programs of the partner universities. In a normal world, this would not be the case. You would have to apply for many interviews, you have to take several tests, and the application procedure is quite elaborate and difficult. Whereas in BME, we accept you as a student. I'll talk more about the application process later on. But once we've accepted you as a student at UCLL, you're free to go to any of these partners and they will automatically accept you. So no more interviews, no more testings, even for the master programs they offer, if that would be your ambition in life. If you're fed up with studying after finishing the BME degree, these are some of the job positions that our BME students end up in. So there's marketing managers, brand manager. I think Patricia now is a finance team member. So it's very broad. We also have students, quite a lot of them actually, that started their own businesses. So the world is at your feet, I would say. So now we've come to the part where the first-year partner universities, so there's 5 of them in different countries, will introduce themselves to you. So I'll give the floor now to Sergi from Barcelona.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, Anna mentioned, I'm Sergi. I'm in charge of admissions here in UAB, in Barcelona, and also I'm in charge of guarantee that you have like a good academic experience if you finally choose Barcelona to come in your first year. Maybe some of you have already been in Barcelona and you already know which is the vibe of the city, let's say. I always like to say that university is a reflection of the city. So we consider ourselves an open, diverse, and international university as the city it is as well. Probably Matthias can share a little bit more about that as a former UAB student. But I always like to say that this city always has a place for everybody. It's really welcoming, and it doesn't matter if you are more like, I don't know, into museums or large festivals, or you want to have like a more local experience. This city has a place for everybody. And for my own experience, receiving the input for former students, I think like it's a great place where you have your first year of university. And yeah, but I think Matthias can share a little bit more about that. So you want to share a bit, Matthias?
Yeah, it's definitely a great city. It really has everything that you need. If you would like to travel, it has beach, it has mountain, not very far away. When it's winter, if you want to ski, you can also do it. It really has everything. Also the night, if you want to go out at night, if you want to have a dinner, if you want to go to festivals, if you're a morning person, you want to do exercise, it really has all the options for you, and it really is very welcoming. Even for me, that for example, that I'm not from Europe, I'm from Venezuela. I felt almost as close as home as possible.
Yeah, thank you, Matthias. So, yeah, especially the campus location of UAB, I strongly recommend you like to check on the internet. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We are very proud of it, and it's located in Barcelona city center. So very, very well connected. It doesn't matter what neighbor you are staying in the city. It has two different lines that connect direct to the campus, and you have all the services you need, like maybe 10 minutes walking from the campus. Like even if you want to check it in advance, I usually like I'm very open to like receive families in case they want to check the campus. Actually, next week I'm meeting a family. So if you want to contact UAB and contact me, you can do it, and I can show you around the campus and talk more closely about the program. And yeah, actually you can see Sagrada Familia from here. Like just right here in my window, I can see it, but now I think I cannot show you. So it's very, very located in Barcelona city center. Yeah, and also about student life, and later we can discuss a little bit more about the academic part. But I think you can really choose which kind of student experience you want to have. Uh, it's so easy to, in this international environment, to have like experience more focused on being with your international friends and travel, which is also very valid. But we also want to offer you resources to you to choose which kind of experience you want to have. So we also, as a university, offer also like volunteer experiences to be in contact with local life. We like give you the contact of Erasmus Student Network, so you can be in contact also with other international students and also local students that have studied abroad. So we want you to be really immersed in the city life. So we offer you these resources, so you can choose which kind of student experience you want to have. You want to share something about that, Matthias?
Yeah, not much, but it is good to know that there's a lot of activities that you can do. Also, there's the ECN network works a lot. There's a lot of trips. There's a lot of activities to do on the beach, for example, when it's sunny. There's always sun activity, and it is good to use them also to get to know people, especially at the beginning. It is very useful.
Yeah, thank you, Matthias. And yeah, talking more about the academic experience on courses itself, you will see that most of the courses are really introductory. So business, finance, cross-cultural management. You can actually choose when do you want to take these courses, if you want to take them in the first semester or the second semester. So you have this freedom to choose how you want to make your schedule. And also you will see that you have one mandatory course of Spanish language the first semester. So it's going to be easier for you after that to get around in the city. So you'll have like a little bit of experience talking in Spanish. And also another thing I wanted to mention, it's regarding the academic methodology, because maybe when you enter university, maybe you expect to be in a large group where professors speak a lot, and there is like an exam at the end of the semester that counts maybe 70% of the grade. But in UAV, our methodology is a little bit like slightly different, and we are focused more on daily work in the room, like doing presentations, group work. So you'll have to talk a lot in class, which I think it's actually like very convenient and helpful to be more focused on your professional skills. So it kind of prepares for you to this second year in the internship. And maybe, yeah, Matthias, I don't know if this kind of methodology help you for preparing for your professional path, maybe?
Yeah, I'm more used to that methodology of more in class, more project based studying, which made it also easier for me to transition into the first year because it is a lot of in class group projects. I'm also getting to know. It is also good to get to know your fellow students, your fellow classmates, to make the projects, and it is a bit easier to also keep up with your classes because you always have the information fresh, and that way when you get to the exam you just have to like do the final touches, but it's not a week or a month that you have to put everything. It's just going back on what you saw.
Yeah, thank you, Matthias. So I think from our side, we will leave it here. And I think next partner is Budapest. So yeah, thank you. And we can respond to any question you may have later.
Hi everyone, greetings from Budapest. My name is Helga and I represent Budapest University of Economics and Business. And due to our very long name, we often refer to our university as BUEB, and I will use this name later. So we can start right with Budapest, which is a true little jewel box in the heart of Europe and in the middle of Hungary. It has breathtaking views and beautiful architecture in every single season of the year. We have 4 of them, which is super great. And the city itself has many great features, making it a top destination for both tourists and students as well. These features include the fact that it's very safe. It's a very safe city. Getting around is super easy, not only because students can get a monthly public transport pass for as little as €5, which you can use anywhere in the country, which is a super deal, I think. Even the living costs are quite affordable compared to other European capitals. It ranges around €800 per month. And also Budapest has a great and vibrant student community of international students, so you would never feel yourself alone. Moving on to the campus of BUEB, the university actually has 2 campuses. One is called the City Campus, and it is located in the center of Budapest. The other campus is called Zugló Campus, which you will study at if you choose our university as your first year destination. Zugló Campus is a little bit further from the city center, but still very easy to reach public transport. There are many different types of public transport available, so you can choose. You can even choose your preference. We have metro, we have buses, trolley buses, trams, trains. So you can choose which one you prefer. And the Zuglo campus building itself is a modern building with great facilities. We have big lecture halls, as well as big community centers for students. We have cafe, restaurant, sport courts where you can access a lot of different sport facilities. We also have gym on campus, and also there is a big library on campus, which we are quite proud of, because the library has bookable individual study rooms. So even if you have to go to the library to prepare for an exam, for example, but you would like to do it in quiet and peace, you can do that at these little rooms. So it's absolutely great and very modern as well. The student life at BUEB offers a lot of great and fun activities. Actually, we have 20,000 students in total, among which 1,500 students are international students from around 100 countries from everywhere in the world. And there is one, I have already mentioned something about the sport. You can see here that there are nearly 30 different sports you can choose from. Even if you are interested in doing sports on a more competitive level, it is available. You can join teams, and something that is really great that a lot of these sport courts are actually located at the Zuglo campus, which is same to the campus of this study program. But something more that I would like to mention is our great mentorship program. Every single one of our freshman students are dedicated with a mentor who can help you with everyday questions, study-related questions, even with those bureaucratic challenges if you ever happen to face some. And not only this everyday help is included in our mentorship program, but the mentors also often organize joint trips to different locations of Hungary, which are always a great opportunity and a great program for bonding of our students. And an even more fun part, which I could talk hours about, but I was sadly only was given 6 minutes, so I will try to wrap it up quickly. So we have great student events. They are fun. They are huge. We have intercultural Christmas and Easter, always big fun. Big fun for everyone who is taking part. We have the glide night where we exclusively rent the largest ice rink in Budapest, and it's only used by BUEB students at that night. Awesome experience, I can tell. And we also organize night hikes when we visit and explore the hilly side of Budapest. Yes, and now moving on to the course part. This program is taught by one of our most popular courses, the business administration and management. And in general speaking, Hungary has very high quality of education, and our university absolutely fit in with our excellent academic standards. You can see a list of the courses that you would study during your first year. The curriculum had been carefully designed to meet the current market needs, as well as to give you strong academic foundations for your second and third year of this program. I would also like to to mention that only this course among the first year partners offers you knowledge about sustainable management concepts, which I believe is a core knowledge of successful entrepreneurs these days. As for the tuition fee, there will be a slide, a summary slide about it later, but I would like to mention that reflecting the affordability of Budapest, of our capital city, our tuition fee is also very competitive. I believe it's about 6,000 euros for non-EU students and 3,800 euros for students from the EU. And I think that was BUEB for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask here or reach out to us. And if you would like to find out whether I was telling the truth about our great events, you are free to visit our TikTok channel as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, now it's my turn. Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks for joining the webinar. My name's Sebastian King, and I'm a teacher here at Laurea University of Applied Sciences. And I'm thrilled to be joined as well by Alvise Marchiori, who was a student at Laurea last year. Hi, Alvise.
Hello, Sebastian. Good to see you.
Hi. So we've got about 6 minutes to give you a taste of what life is like and study is like at Laurea. So let's jump in. Alvise, you moved to Helsinki from Italy to study. When you look at this slide, what actually surprised you about living in Helsinki? Was it the nature, the safety, or something else?
Yes, indeed. Just how amazing it was. I didn't know much about Helsinki at first. It was my first time coming to Finland. I was extremely surprised by how good it was. Like the climate was very pleasant. Of course, I come from Italy, so that may be surprising, but I really enjoyed the climate there. I really enjoyed the city itself. It's a very safe environment. It's a very welcoming place. There's lots of things to do and lots of things to see.
Great. Yeah. I think that safety is something that is often mentioned, in Helsinki. Helsinki is a very safe city, very easygoing and relaxed as well. That's something that Finns are very proud of. And we rank very highly for quality of life, but it's different if you actually come and experience it. I mean, I've lived in about 6 cities in my life, 6 big cities, and Helsinki is definitely my favorite of all of the places that I've lived. I love the architecture and the ambience of Helsinki. Let's also talk about the campus then as well. So we're located at the Leppävaara campus. There are about 6 campuses of Laurea in the Helsinki region. And Leppävaara is about 15 minutes to the center of Helsinki by train. So it's very easy to get to the center. Helsinki is also very well connected with cycle paths. So actually I live, for example, on the other side of Helsinki, but sometimes I cycle to work. And when I do that, I don't even need to stop for any traffic lights. It's so well connected. The campus itself is quite small and cozy, I would say. How about you, Alvise? What did you like about the campus in Leppävaara?
I agree. It's a very cozy environment and also quite diverse. There's lots of Finns, but there was also a big international community. So it was a very inclusive place. I loved the many areas that are for the students. Like for instance, Bar Laurea. That was a good point to all come together. I've made many friends at my campus, and it was a pleasant environment. I was there quite often as I lived right next to it. So in case anybody's wondering if it's easily reachable, yes, there's dorms nearby, and also It's very well connected both by bus. There's a bus station just outside the campus, and there's a train station right next to the mall, which is adjacent to it.
Great, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hear that feedback a lot from students that they like the sort of cozy and comfortable aspects of the campus. There are a lot of sort of meeting places that you can have, and just cozy nooks and crannies where students can meet with each other and interact. So it's quite informal as well. I think that's something that is also typical maybe of the teaching style in Finland, that we are maybe a little bit less formal than in other parts of Europe. Students, for example, call teachers by their first name in Finland, which is quite unusual, I think. And in general, we tend to, as a University of Applied Sciences, we tend to focus on sort of practical assignments. It's maybe less exam focused as well. So the teaching style is perhaps a little bit different as well to other parts of Europe. So you mentioned a little bit about student life there. So this is obviously, it's a really important part of the experience as well of being a student. What role did Lauri Amco, so the student union in how or the Helsinki cultural scene, what role did they play in your studies and in your life in Finland, Alvisa?
It played a huge role because it's very well organized. It was very easy to access. It was all connected by a single app, so it was very easy to find all the events that were organized by the student union. I must say that the student culture in Finland is extremely unique and very inclusive. You don't have to be a Finn at all to be welcome. They are very welcoming. It's very particular. It's filled with Finnish quirkiness, such as, for instance, the iconic overalls that you get, that you by doing activities, you get all kinds of patches that you sew on your uniform. If you walk around Helsinki enough, you will notice it even with your own eyes, that many students are hanging out in the city with their uniform, all customized. So I must say that it played a huge role. It made my year, because I made so many friends that I still speak to this day.
That's great to hear. And the student union also organizes various trips through the year as well. So I think there are trips organized to Lapland and Stockholm and Estonia as well. Let's talk finally then about the courses. So we have a slightly different schedule as well in Finland, maybe compared to other European countries. So we start our semester earlier, already in August. But we also finish a little bit earlier as well. So I would say in the middle of May, usually most courses are over by then. And then there is about a month maybe in between the two semesters over the Christmas break. So Finns take their breaks and their holidays very seriously as well. And you can see here, this is a list of the courses that students take on the BME program. And it's a mixture of foundational business courses, with courses in marketing, so understanding customer behavior, and courses in accounting and finance, as well as communication skills courses. So you get a foundation for your academic communication needs, but also professional communication needs as well. Did you have a favorite course during your year, Alvisa?
Yes, I had two clear favorite courses. One was project management and communication, the one that you taught me.
Okay.
It was very insightful. I must say that it was very interesting. And also another one that I really liked was Finnish, which was actually my first course that I ever completed in university. So in case anybody was wondering, is it difficult? Like, Finnish is a much different language than other European languages that you may be used to. It's totally doable. I passed it easily, and it's a very interesting language. As much as, of course, in Finland, most Finns speak fluent English. So I had to go a bit out of my way to practice it in real life, but it was very useful, and I I still speak it to this day, the little Finnish that I've learned, of course.
Great to hear. Thanks very much for that. Very kind words. Well, thank you for listening. I hope this gives you a little bit of an insight into what studying and living in Finland might be like. And of course, we're very happy to answer any questions you might have at the end of the webinar.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Pia, and I am very happy to be here representing IBA, or the International Business Academy in Denmark. So let me show you a little bit about us. So we are located actually in the city of Kolding, which is in the mainland of the country, and we are a seaport city. So you actually have the beautiful fjord next to the city, and you also have a lake close to the city center, as well as forest close by. So we're actually very surrounded by nature. So you have lots of opportunities to connect with nature and be outdoors, which is very much the Danish style. We are also the first and only city in Denmark to have been recognized as a UNESCO Creative City of Design. And you will see this mostly in the architecture, but also in the urban planning. And then in the picture, you can observe the Kolding Hus, which is a historic castle dating back from the 13th century. And at the time, it used to be a fort. But now, today, is actually a very modern museum, which you can visit. And normally, they have exhibitions about Danish culture, but also about art. And interestingly, also as well, some of our graduations take place in this castle. So it's a very, very beautiful setting. And as I was mentioning, you can be surrounded by a lot of nature, but also there's a lot of culture in the city. We are located within 5-10 minutes walk of the city center. So even though you have the bus and the train also right next to the campus, you don't need it to go to the city center. So you can just walk there, or you can bike. And then the train station, which is also a 4-minute walk, also gives you the chance to, explore the rest of the country. You can go to the capital, Copenhagen. You can also go to Germany within 2 hours, or you can also go by bus to the near airport, and then you can also travel anywhere else in Europe or even outside. Our campus is actually brand new from 2019, and you can see it in the picture. And is also done in the style of the architecture in Denmark, which is very clean lines and modern, and well connected with the nature. We also have a very Danish style of education system. So basically, we are focused on small classes. So you have maximum 30 students per class, which will allow you to, talk to other students more closely, but also connect with your teachers. And in Denmark, it's very common to, have debates, group projects, and also make sure that you kind of challenge your teachers a little bit. They actually welcome it. And then we have the student life. So we are also very friendly and international. So actually, we are located next to 3 other Danish universities. Our campus is next to them. So you have plenty of opportunities to meet other students, even though they're not from your same institution. And we host all sorts of different events throughout the year. In the summer, especially when, the days are very long and you have the sunset quite late at night, we have a lot of concerts. We do cultural celebrations, movie nights, sports, and so on. And then also there are some main festivities throughout the year regarding Christmas or summer. Christmas in Denmark is quite big, and you will see it if you come. You will notice a lot of lights. There's a lot of coziness, a lot of different markets spread out throughout the country and the city as well. And then also for our foreign language, actually, we, instead of offering you Danish, which you can also take for free in the evenings if you're interested, we actually offer Chinese Mandarin for our students if they choose to come here for the first year. And that is because we have the only Confucius Institute left in Northern Europe. And also at the end of the first year, you will have the chance to attend our summer camp in Shanghai, which is 2 weeks. And during that trip, you actually go and you visit, the cultural sites, you do sightseeing, you learn about the culture, they'll guide you in some activities, and it is free for BME students that are here during the first year. So I think this is one of the main points that differentiate us from others. So in this case, you would also visit a fourth country, and you would also learn a very different language, which will give you also a little bit of a kickstart, because since we are, in an international and global world today, you would also have insight into Asia and as well as Europe. And then lastly, we have our courses. It is a good variety of courses. So you start from having, academic English, you have the Chinese, as I mentioned, but you would also have, economics, you have intro to international business, a little bit of data, and then multicultural organization environments. So actually all these courses will help you, form the base that you need for your international career, whether you decide in the third year that you want to go more into marketing or more into business. This will prepare you for that. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please add them in the question part, and we'll be able to answer later.
So hello, everybody. I'm Lady Gaviria. I'm a professor of the Faculty of International Business from UPB, that is Universidad Pontificia Bolivariana. And I'm here with Juanita, one of our students from the BME program. So today we're going to talk about the university, the city, and the experience of being a student here. This is the city of eternal spring. And actually we have dry season, rainy season, but we don't have seasons per se as in Europe. And we're the first university to go beyond the European borders and be part of the global setting. So be welcome. Juanita is going to be providing some information. So now let's talk about the city. So in terms of Medellin, what we've got is that Medellin is a very thriving city, is very well known. We're located literally in the coolest neighborhood in the world, and it's become very popular not only for digital nomads, but also expats and many people who find in this city their home. Medellin is a leader in innovation. In 2013, we actually won the award of being the most innovative city in the world. And the city has been blooming, not literally because of spring, but also because of the different events that we have here. Juanita, you're from a different city in Colombia. What do you think of Medellin?
So actually, Medellin is one of the prettiest cities in Colombia. It's full of life, full of nature, and it's something else that you cannot find like commonly. And it's very welcoming, very warming. It's one like I think this is one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
Fantastic. So in this city, we have a lot of activities to do, not only because of the university. The university connects really well with the city in terms of the activity. We have the second biggest venue for city events, and it's not only about culture, it's also about businesses, conferences, academic conferences. Next year, we're going to have one of the biggest and the oldest congresses in the world from the 19th century that is called the International Congress of Americanistas, and is going to gather about 4,000 people. So we're getting more known in the world, we're getting more popular, and then the city is gathering a lot of international events that are connected to different kind of purposes. Now, let's talk about the facilities of the university and the city. Let's move to slide. I'm going to move it. So as I mentioned, we have an eco campus. So we have an eco-campus that is connected to the city. So you can use the swimming pools, the tennis court, we have padel, we have basketball, soccer, we have many fields of soccer, football to be more precise. We have one of the greenest campus in the city. And also the student life is connected to culture, as I mentioned, but also to how these groups of people coming from outside are enriching the gastronomy, the nightlife, and so on. You have many places around the city that are wonderful, like Guatapé and other towns. However, based on the experience that Juanita has had, and also many other students from BME, I will let Juanita explain how this student life is for, or is potentially for you.
So Colombian student life, and especially Medellin's student life, it's a really fun and adventurous student life. There's really many things to do here, and there is, for the adventurous part, there is nightlife, there are shows, concerts, and theater, all those kind of things that you can find here. Like what you want to do, you're going to find something. There is some amusement parks. There is, like I said before, nightlife is really huge here in Medellin. Adventurous life, going out and to Guatapé. There are forests, lakes here nearby that you can enjoy. So like there's a lot of things to do. Like everything that you can imagine, you can do it here.
Thank you, Juanita. So regarding the courses, what we've got is that our calendar is different from the rest of the partner universities. We have calendar A beginning in January, the first semester, and then the second semester is going to begin in July. So it means that our year is different from the rest, but it connects perfectly to the second year of the BME. Our methodology is project-based and is balanced up with conceptual understanding and acknowledgement, because we understand that concepts are extremely important in order to use them in projects. Here you have some of the courses that you're going to study in the first year. And I would like to clarify that this university has a possibility of a triple degree with us. So it means that as far as you complete the number of credits for the Colombian educational system, it means that you can have a Colombian degree that is widely accepted according to the Andrés Bello Convention or the agreement in different countries in Latin America. So it means that it's a gateway to Latin America as well. Juanita is doing, and actually is going to complete the triple degree. So I'm going to let Juanita explain a bit.
So basically, the triple degrees, like everyone has said before, is starting here in Colombia, then going to UCLL, and then choosing your third year partnership. And I think that this is a unique experience. Like, not this is the first Latin university and that it's doing this. And I think like it's such a huge opportunity. Like I have never imagined myself being in this kind of like degree and this kind of path in my life, but I'm really grateful that I found it. And the first year is really, like my professor said, and it's really project based. And I think like the whole courses that give you something a little bit to like build yourself up and build your career up. I think that it's really amazing.
Thank you, Juanita. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening to us. And if you have any questions, please let us know. And I hope that you choose Medellin as your next option.
Thank you so much, Lady, and all the other partners. And I hope it was interesting for our listeners. I would like to know who was your favorite city or country. So maybe in the chat, the listeners can write a message what their favorite country was. It will be interesting to see. Yeah, let's dive into the more practical side now of things. Something very important to all of you, because it is a big investment. These are the fees of the BME program. As you can see, they're very different amongst the partners. So here you can see the overview of year 1, below that year 2, and below that year 3. Every partner has its own fees. Some partners have a fee for EU students and non-EU students separately. Some of them have the same fee for EU and non-EU students, but it's clearly listed here. Also, this presentation will be sent to you afterwards, so you can have a look at it at home. Also, we have in the second column an estimated cost of living. Of course, this totally depends on your lifestyle, but a normal student lifestyle would give you these figures. Depends on your lifestyle, of course, if you go up or stay under it, but just to give you like a rough idea. Then how to apply? I hope we've managed to trigger your interest in the BME program. And if you would like to apply, these are the steps you would need to take. So the first step would be to apply at UCLL. This is a link, so when you get sent the presentation, you will be able to open the link. And I think after this webinar, you will also receive a link straight to the admission page. So apply at UCLL, that would be the first step. We will review your application. The only documents you need are your high school diploma. And if you didn't receive it yet, just your final report card is fine. And secondly, we need to see your English proficiency, your English knowledge. Usually this is proved by an IELTS test or a TOEFL test. The scores are all on our website. So these two documents are the only documents you need. There are no interviews, there are no testing, so fairly easy admission process. Then you'll have to wait 2 to 4 weeks after you've submitted all the required documents for our admission office to review your application. You will receive an answer from them in the application tool mentioning you've been accepted or not. Sometimes they need just some more documents from you. But once you are accepted, you can enroll at the partner university of year 1. And you will have to pay their tuition fees to make your enrollment final. And then step 4 is basically to celebrate, pop the champagne, because you will be part of the BME student community. So fairly easy admission process. Very importantly, I forgot to mention this in the slide, but the deadline would be the 15th of June for EU students and the 1st of May for non-EU students. That's something to consider. So I think that was the last slide. We want to thank you very much for your attention. We hope you enjoyed this webinar. We did. This is a QR code to follow us on Instagram. There's a lot of great content on our Instagram page that is actually made by the interns and by our star Juanita. So please join our Instagram page. And now is the time to answer all of your questions. So Luc, maybe you can have a look at the question box and let us know.
Yes, I will do that. And I just want to share also the links. So first of all, you have the link here to the page that was mentioned. So there you can click on the appropriate link, and then you can, at your own pace, check out the admission page. So I just wanted to make sure that you have that. And I'll share the Instagram link in a minute as well, so just to make sure. So yes, let's go over to some of the questions. We already received some. Just to highlight, first of all, please put them in the tab called questions, just to make sure we don't miss out, because the chat, maybe there's more responses and don't want to miss out on them. Also, I know that a lot of people these days watch the recording, so you can all participate in all the interactive options as well. So you can all, also answer polls. So for those that are here live, please let us know your feedback from the polls as well. I'm opening up a last poll question right now, so do let us know. We want to make sure we deal with your requests. And with that, let's go over to the questions. So we received a question from, I think Gabriela, was about application time. I hope that's been answered, because that was being presented, but otherwise let us know if there's a specific question you want to know. And also for us, for studies in Spain, it was presented. So let's go to the question of Steve about accommodation in Budapest. Is it easy to find a room? And this follow-up question also about room costs.
Hi, Steve. Yes, thank you for the question. So, of course, it can be challenging to find your own room, but I wouldn't say it's very difficult. And the university also have a contracted partner who can help you with finding the right accommodation for you. And about the prices, it can vary anywhere from above 500 euros, I would say, but it also depends if you would like to live on your own. That would of course cost a little bit more, or if you are happy to share a big flat with some of your mates, then of course it's a more student-friendly option. But we can definitely help you with that if you end up choosing us.
Great, thank you. And hope that answered that question. So we get a thumbs up, I see. So that should hopefully be the answer. Petrovska had a question about the Belgian universities. So interested in international business. Well, this is the right webinar. What are the admission requirements? So that I think was answered, but then also documents that students need for secondary education. Is there something you can say more about that, Anna?
Thank you for the question, Petrovska. I'm reading the question again to be sure. So the admission requirements I answered, there's only two documents we basically need, which is your a proof of English proficiency and your high school diploma. And if you don't have the high school diploma yet, just your latest report card. More specific information on which high school diplomas we approve of are on our website. So if you go to the website that's linked here on left bottom, you can click a link to the UCLL websites, and there is a drop down per country. So if you select your country, you can see which diplomas we accept from your country. Usually that would also give you access to higher education in the country where you obtain the diploma.
Okay.
And the deadlines, yeah, I mentioned. It's the 15th of June for EU students and the 1st of May for non-EU students.
Yes, thank you. And there was a follow-up question from Petrovska as well about IELTS. What IELTS level should I have?
So the IELTS for BME is 6.0. And the TOEFLs, and with no sub-scores below 5.5, if I'm not mistaken. But please check the sub-score on the website. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but definitely 6.0 as overall score. And TOEFL, it's 79.
Okay, thank you. Great. Next question from Sasha. Can I still apply with an IB predicted scores transcript?
Good question. I'm quite sure that they will ask this since you've not obtained your diploma yet. I guess that's why you're asking this, Sasha. So I think when you submit your application, you can upload your predicted scores. Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Okay. Great, thanks for that. Next question from Gabi. How about housing and transportation? How does that work? And I saw housing was also one of the points that people want to know a bit more about.
Yes, so in generally, housing is the responsibility of the student. So the students need to search for accommodation themselves. However, as Helga also mentioned, the partner universities are there to help you in your search. So if you're doubting about the contract, if you're not sure if it's all correct, just send a copy to the partner and they'll be happy to help you out. There's no problem. Transportation, I think that really depends per city. So I'm not sure what the specific question is about transportation. Gabi, if you're still here, you can always drop another question to specify your question, and I'll be happy to answer.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. So we go to the next question, and let us know otherwise, Gary, if you have more details about that as well. Let's see the question from Petrovska, was just mentioned, temporary protection in the Netherlands. Does my temporary protection status entitle me to the statutory tuition fee? So for EU students.
It's a very specific question. To be honest, I'm not sure what the answer would be here. I'm very happy to ask this to our admission department. So maybe you can drop us an email. I think that would be best at bme@ucl.be. And give this question and send this question in the email, and I'll talk to our admissions office, because this is a very specific question and I don't want to give you the wrong information.
Okay, I hope that's clear. Maybe you can put the email in the chat.
Yeah.
Might be the easiest. Then everyone has that email as well. So let's see, we have another question from Abdullah about the admission deadline from Denmark.
The deadlines are all the same. So it's 15 June for EU students and 1st of May for non-EU students.
Okay, thank you. And question from Aline about the English test. Does a Belgian student also need the English test?
Yeah, very good question, Aline. Actually, for Flemish students, so not Belgian, Flemish students and Dutch students, more specifically students with a Flemish diploma and a Dutch diploma, they do not have to take the English test. So they're exempted from it.
Thank you.
Also, by the way, if you've attended an English IB school, international school, or if you reside in a country where English is the native language, Australia, New Zealand, UK, America, obviously no English tests are required there either. Maybe good to mention this as well.
Good. Thanks. And we go to the next question. Let's see, from Steve, how much does a room cost in Barcelona?
Yeah, the average cost of a room in Barcelona will be around 500 euros per month. And of course, you have like other options. If you want to stay in the university dorms that are a little bit far away from the campus, will be cheaper, like 350 per month. And if you want to live, for example, in a student residence, in a private one, it will be like much expensive, like almost 1,000. So it depends on what kind of accommodation are you looking for. But yeah, like one of your question will be 500 per month.
Okay. Thank you. So that was the questions we received. And I believe there was a question in the chat I saw just now as well from Maya. So about student jobs in Budapest. Is it easy to find one if you don't speak the language? And what is the average student salary? So that's for Budapest.
Hi, Maya. Thanks for the question. For the average student's salary, I'm really struggling to say an amount because it varies from company to company, and whether it is easy to find one or not, it depends if you have good English, and of course, I assume you do. It's okay. You absolutely do not need to be good at Hungarian, because I can understand that that is a difficult challenge to accomplish. A lot of our students do have work. So if I remember well, around 75 or 80% of our students have work beside their university studies. So it is absolutely doable. Even the courses and the curriculum is designed to support you with this. So I would say it's not that difficult or challenging.
Okay. Great, thank you. And hope that answered that question. Yeah, so Maya, you have more questions. That's why I missed them. So please do write them in the question tab. I will now check of your questions, but because there's maybe a lot of messages coming, we can miss them. So if you write them in the questions tab, it will make sure. So she is in the second year of Leuven. Is that a student city or more rural?
All of you will be coming to Leuven. It's not a choice, you have to, but it's very nice. Leuven is a very safe, small city. It's not rural, it's a student city. We have many international students because we also have a very big university in Leuven that attracts a lot of international students. So it's a city full of bikes. It's a very small, it's like the shape of a circle, I always say, and you could cross the entire city by walking for half an hour. So it's very, very small, cozy, and safe. So it's really nice. I don't know if Alvise or Matthias want to add something to their experience of the city of Leuven.
It's a very pretty city. I really like it. I'm outside every day, so I pretty much know the city by heart now. It's lovely to be here. There's a huge community. There's lots of students, of course. As Anna said, it's a student city. There's many places to be and much to do. So I think you will have a lovely time.
Great, thank you. Okay, question from Hus. Does the university accept a study gap? Not sure.
I'm trying to
which
find
university?
a study what?
A study gap.
A study gap, so you stop to study for a year? I'm not sure if I understand the question. If you mean that you had a gap year after high school, if it's still allowed to join BME, then yeah, definitely. That's no problem at all. Within the program, you could have a gap year. However, if the courses change, you would need to retake those new courses that have been put into the program. But I would advise you to just stick to the 3 years and not take gap years, but you can take a gap year if that's what you wish to do. I think we can talk about this to see if we can best fit this in your journey.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we're getting to the last question. So let me see. Well, we have 2 more questions. Alina had a question. Can you do your internship at the European Parliament in the second year?
Yeah, why not? If you can get in there. It's not easy to get in there, but you could. Basically, the internships are up to the students to be found. So it's not like we give you the internship. We have a database of where students did their internships in the past. But in the end, the student has to look for the internship, apply for it, take the interview. So anywhere you want to go, you can do it in Belgium, European Parliament, but it could also be in Europe. We have scholarships if you want to do your internship in Europe. You could do your internship also outside of Europe, but then we don't have scholarships. But you could. We have students doing their internships in Korea, in America, wherever you find one.
Great. Thank you. You see there's a lot of opportunities and options available. So we're getting to, for now, the last question from Sasha. Is there housing provided? So we talked about that. So you do have to actually, take care of that principle yourself. But specifically in Belgium, is there something you can say about housing?
I'm lost in the questions. I can't find it. Could you?
So the question is about if there's help of support maybe in finding accommodation in Leuven.
Yeah, it's kind of the same as the other partners. So you have to look for a room yourself. We don't have dormitories on campus. You have to look for one yourself, but we are there to assist you in the search. So if you found a room, like I think Juanita, for example, she's now in Colombia, but she's coming to Leuven next year. She has sent me a link to an apartment she's seen, and she wanted to be sure it wasn't a scam and if it's a good location. She sent it to me. I reply, yeah, sure, Juanita, it's fine, and she has it. So we're happy to help you in the search.
Great, thank you. All right, so that was the last question at this stage. Also, we're running slightly over, but of course, this session is there to answer your questions. That's what we do it for. So hopefully that is taking care of that. Let's see if there was more in the chat. The last one. Well, we're getting some thank yous. So that's great to see. Yeah, so if you have more questions, do by all means check the admissions page as well. So there's a link, and I'll put it back on the screen. Now you can see it there, so click that and you'll be able to find more information also about documents and any parts about admissions. Also, I promised the Instagram account, so that's there as well. So you can follow and see about how current students are living and experiencing the BME degree. So do check that out as well. And having said that, I think that was taking care of the questions. And for people watching the recording, do let us know also your feedback and reach out. You can see some emails in the chat. Thanks, everyone. And I'd like to thank also, of course, especially the audience. So we had people from a lot of different countries join as well. Thanks, everyone. And of course, the big panel of speakers, all of you from the different countries participating in this BME degree. Thank you very much for your time. And I'm sure it's appreciated. And I don't know, Anna, you want to maybe say a last word to the audience to round it up?
Just thank you all for being here. It was really amazing. This was our first webinar for BME ever, and I think I speak for everyone when I say we've truly enjoyed it. It's great to have you here. If you have any questions, reach out to me. The email address is in the chat, bme@ucl.be. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll have a next webinar in April, so we'll keep you up to date for that one. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.